So basically, Odense wants to be a big event city, and we want to use the experience economy to kind of drive attention and economy into our city. So we made a big analysis about what was actually driving entertainment, what was driving experience economy, and that was 3 or 4 years ago. And one of the things that popped up, of course, was esports.
And I think that we also put e-sport as a part of our city's DNA on the map is maybe that little rest that will give you the thing to say, yes, I choose Odense instead of Copenhagen or Hamburg or somewhere else to move to, because here you're sure you have leisure time activities that meets up to your wants and beliefs.
We have developed a huge robotic cluster within robots and other tech industries, and they are expanding quite heavily in these years. So they need skilled workers, and we know from research that the audience who are following esports, they are, what should I say, techie types. They're educated or work with technology or family with technology more than the average spectator of other activities. So of course we want to give them an opportunity to meet some of our robot companies. So maybe a good esport event in Odense could be the first step to the next job in one of our robotic companies.
And we looked into it and said we need to get with on the wagon and be a modern city. And we also have a lot of robot, drone and IT technologies in Odense, and what was then more just around the corner than e-sport. We also were so lucky last year, or this year actually, to have the very first quarterfinals in CSGO here in our city for the Danish finals. So that also says how quickly this is going, and we have a lot of young people in Denmark and in Odense playing CSGO.
One of the things that we always want to do in Odense is to not just have one single event, because if you have one single event, I call it grasshopper event, they get in, take all the money and then run away. We want to get ESL to stay in Odense for a long time. So for the first contract here, it's a 3-year deal. It's going to be ESL Pro League for the first time, and then of course the Pro League finals are moving around. But even when the Pro League finals are moving on next year, we're still keeping ESL here, and the agreement is that we're going to have large events with the same price level for the forthcoming years as well. So there's going to continue to have very, very large e-sport events in Odense, even past this Pro League final, which we are very happy about.
We hope we can start big, but we are investing 3 years because we are ambitious that we want to build up e-sport events in Odense, and we want to outbuild the gaming week also. So it's the first time that we are entering the e-sport arena as a city, and we also invest the taxpayers' money in this. So it's very important for us that we trust the organization and we trust the concept. And in ESL we trust. So we are sure that we will have a positive return of investment.
Odense is a great city to visit, and it's a good place to come and see the Pro League final. It's easy to get here. It's in the middle of the country. There's a really good infrastructure, and there's a lot of stuff to see here. It's a very vibrant city that's turning around right now. Just 5 or 7 years ago, Odense was a completely different place, but since then it's been going through one of the biggest investment cases in the history of Denmark, and it's now a place where you see cranes and new shops on every corner. Things are really happening, so it's a very nice city to visit.